Today I'm going to teach you how to do a styrofoam print. This is called a subtractive printmaking method. It's called subtractive because we're going to subtract from the material here. We're going to take away. Okay, so what I've done is I've sketched out a little design here on a piece of paper, and I did this with a pencil. So you get a piece of paper, and it should be the same size as your styrofoam. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this design on my styrofoam, and you can do this with a pencil or you can do this with a old pen. These are some old pens that I have. I like to use a pen a little bit more than a pencil, but that's just me. Okay, and so what you want to do is you want to trace over that design on your styrofoam with the pen. Okay, so I'm going to lay it down and I'm going to trace, and you want to press decently hard, but not so hard that you can feel your styrofoam, that you're like poking through your entire piece of styrofoam. So I'm just going over, and I'm drawing on the paper here. This is me just transferring the design to the styrofoam. Okay, so what you should see here is you should see the transfer being made. It's kind of hard to tell. I'll tilt that. There you go. You can see the little grooves. So you want to go over that again, okay, to make sure that you have nice, strong grooves. So I'm just going to go over that again. So I feel it. The grooves feel pretty good. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is you're going to have paper that you need to print on. So I will begin with white paper. And I've already poured a little bit of ink into a tray, and I have a brayer. And I will roll the ink on the brayer. Get your brayer full. You want to hear the crackle. And you want to ink the styrofoam plate. Okay, make sure you get it all covered. Set your brayer down. Okay, and then you want to take your paper, make sure your name is facing you, so have your name on it. Okay, lay it on, and you want to give it a rub. Now you can rub it, that's the easiest way, or you can use a clean brayer and rub like that. But there might not be a lot of brayers available, so our fingers are available, so we will just do that. And with most printing, when we rub, you always want to rub longer than you think you need to. And there you have a print. Now there's some imperfections, that's okay, that's part of the printmaking process, no big deal. So you can do that, you can add more ink if you want to, or you can do another print with it and have it be a little faded if that's the look you're going for. Both are neat in their own way. When you're ready, you can rinse it off at the sink very gently. Just put it under a small stream of water, or you can get a wet paper towel and wipe it off. I'm going to use a little baby wipe here. If I have baby wipes, you can use one, but if I don't, just use a wet paper towel. Fold it over, get the clean side. Okay, so I can do this with different colors. So let me demonstrate that. So here I have white. It's going to be a little harder to tell if you're using white if you get it covered or not, because the styrofoam is white. But if you do white ink, then that's really fun to do on darker colored paper. So I'm going to take a black piece of paper here. So there you see how that works on dark paper. Okay. And you can do that on any color that's dark enough. So I probably wouldn't do it on yellow. Maybe not even like hot pink. Those are a little too light in color. But you know, a violet or a blue, those would look very pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna wipe that one off a little bit, and then I'll show you one with colored ink. Now I'm doing green. Green will show up on pretty much any color, besides maybe not black so much, but I chose yellow here. So I'll use a yellow piece of paper, same process. Peel that up. Now with printing, some prints are going to turn out better than others. That's part of the fun of the process. Like I don't think my black one is my strongest one, but that's okay. They're all unique in their own individual way, which makes printing fun. This is why I love it so, so much. It kind of makes you just be a little more loose and not have as much control, and being okay with that. So I'm going to show you one last thing here. So after you've done your prints and you're getting ready, you're thinking maybe I don't want to do any more, I'm almost finished, I'm going to throw away my styrofoam, I don't really need it anymore. Here's an option for you. So I'm going to cut out my styrofoam. And you want to stay on the lines the best that you can. And I did this in one full cut. I didn't cut off part of the background, so it is in two separate pieces, and you can actually print with the two pieces. Okay, so here we go. So I'll take the background piece, and I'm going to actually put a scrap piece of paper underneath, and maybe I want the background to be black, so I'll get my black, and I will roll black on. Lay your paper on top, give it a rub. Okay, so you have a positive and a negative space here. And then maybe I want this to be white. Okay, now for this time, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to take the little styrofoam piece, flip it over, and put it down. Then I'll take the whole thing, flip it over, and rub, just so I make sure it's in the right spot. Your hands might get a little messy in this process, and that's okay. So there, you've made a print with two colors, where this is just a print with one color. And you can do this with these as well. So if I want to take this, maybe wipe it off a little bit. Maybe I want this one to be green, so I'll just put green on the leaf. And there you go. So you can see there's a few different ways to do a styrofoam print. They're very, very fun. I like them a lot. You always get really interesting designs and marks, and I just love them so much. Okay, so here's subtractive printmaking, taking away from a surface and showing it with different colors of ink and different colors of paper.